All right, we are now recording. Hello, welcome to comedy show optional number one run through. I am Jessica, and again, I feel like I've gotten to know everyone because I've talked to everyone at least on the phone. So that has been very cool. Patrick may be joining us. He may also be in route, and let's be honest, he's the eye candy anyway. So what I was trying to do was provide some structure to the day so that y'all would know what to do. Evidently, the foundation event got an email that said you have a handheld or a lav. Pick, and that was it. So maybe I'm a little too hyper structured. Apologize if that is weird. And I'm a triple Virgo. We're good at very few things, but structure is one of them. So we'll go in order of the run of show based on who is here. If you want to introduce yourself, if you have any questions or anything, great. And then we'll toss it off to whoever is next. Does that sound good? Good plan?
Yes.
All right. Just in case somebody only watches the first 3 minutes of this or something, reminder that it is in the Butler Room, which is the first floor access of the general session area. I have no idea what any of that means because I haven't gotten there yet, but I'll give you my texting number if you have questions, but it should be obvious. The doors open at 6:30. We have access to the space at 5. The event actually starts at 7-ish, and we have I got the hard stop extended to 9:30. So we will be hard stopping by 9:30. That's the plan. I think I have told everybody specifically what is available. This is not the main stage. This is like a side breakout room. This is very likely to launch all of our speaking careers. Just kidding. So we'll have a projector and a screen, a wireless presenter remote to flip the slides. I made a cheese ball deck of everybody in order with your little pictures. There's a computer hookup, handy, an HDMI connection, an audio and sound system and mixer. Judson stupidly let me told him to be in charge. So if you have an MP3, he is doing anything music related. If you are guitar related, which should be only Patrick and Rick, unless somebody's surprising me, y'all are in charge of guitars. I don't do any of that shit. My job is to be bad cop with time and like try to be funny. We also have 2 wireless handhelds, 1 lav, and there will be a lectern on stage if you need a prop for something. It's there. I'm not moving it. It's a union building. So
I'll be doing a handstand.
fantastic. That'd be great. We'll all go, Dan
Thurman taught me how.
Perfect. He has taught me a lot of things as well. So in theory, we will start. Patrick and I will kick the show off at 7. I gave us like a 10-minute window to do some kind of open of some sort. We'll probably start late. Patrick will probably sing some kind of song. Drew Tarvin, who is not here because he is traveling with his family, is opening the show. So that goes there. Is Jane here? Jane, I don't see Jane. Jane is next and is an MP3er, Judson, just so you know. Then Dave Caperton. Dave, are you here? Caperton, sorry. Good job. Caperton, thank you, Kay. Okay, then Kay is next. Great, you're here.
Hey.
You want to introduce yourself and say or ask or anything, do whatever you need to do?
I'm Kay Francis. I started doing stand-up in 1984 and started doing the combo speaking thing in 2005. And my title is funny motivational speaker. I speak on stress management and change, and that's about it. Very long, very deep focus. I'm not very wide. I don't have online courses. I don't have 16 subjects. I just been going down the same path for a long time.
And if it works, right? That's great. Awesome. Thank you, Kay. Stephanie, I don't believe is here. And we almost met up for a cup of coffee when I was in Paris, but didn't. So there you go. He also just posted something on social media, like advertising the comedy show. Totally unnecessary, but if you want to, go steal it and stick your name in it, or don't, and just advertise him at comedy night. That'd be fun. So then that would be like 5 people. So then Patrick and I will banter a little bit more to give a little bit of a break from boom, 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 boom person. Then Pat Dwyer, you are in the house. Do you want to talk about yourself? Of course you do. And what you're doing.
I don't want to talk about. Hi, my name's Pat. I am just a man. We're going to I'm doing improv, so I don't 100% know what it's gonna look like. I also don't know 100% what we're gonna do yet, but me, I know who the fuck cares. So that's happening. Hey, I'm Pat.
Super dupes. Thank you, Pat. In case anyone was getting worried when looking at the spreadsheet, I gave Pat 8 minutes because I have never met an improv person who always keeps time, but it's not usually their fault. It's usually the audience's fault. So that is why Pat gets 8 minutes. Plus I'm a little scared of him. Next up, we have Teresa Rose, who's in the house.
Yeah.
Any introductions and questions or anything I can help you with?
Just hi, everybody. Nice to see you. Thank you, Jess and Patrick, for hosting this. I am a funny person who doesn't often use it in what I do for a living. I am a crystallizer co-creator. I work with people one-on-one on their brands, but I adore doing stand-up. I adore improv. It's in my bones. I've done it many times before. When I was actually promoting my own speaking and my own performance regularly, I would do a lot of it. But I find that working with other people is just kind of more rewarding for me right now. But I just freaking love it. And I've got a tight 7 ready to share.
There you go.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Although I
think-
have to say, I just want to apologize in advance. I mean, I've hacked it down because I got some good juicy nuggets I want to do. And I'm notorious for not allowing enough for audience laughter. So I'm a milkman. I'll milk a bit to within an inch of its life when I'm in front of people. So I'm going to try not to do that and stay at my 7.
So if it gets
Excellent.
close to 7, should we just start mooing from back behind?
Yeah.
Milking that cow.
Yeah, exactly. Moo. If you start mooing, I'll know. Thank you.
Right. That is a good segue. I borrowed these from Brian Walter. I don't know how we're going to use them or if we are going to use them or who is going to be using them. I asked Patrick, what do you think we should do? And he's like, I don't know, we'll figure it out. So if needed, I was assuming that this would mean you could start. This could mean you have like a minute.
Yeah.
And this could mean shut up. And then if you haven't shut up, we'll all just moo.
So I have a sound bite from Game of Thrones where they yell shame, shame. So if you hit your 7-minute mark and you don't wrap up within like 5 seconds, thinking blah, 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 that's going to come over really, really loud. Like it's just, you're just going to hear them shame.
That's perfect. Pat?
Can anybody just bring a flashlight? Because I'm not gonna notice those stupid flags. But if you're doing this in the back of the house, I'm gonna notice. Is there any way we could do that?
Pat, I will have a flashlight for you.
Thanks, buddy.
That's really
You're
helpful.
welcome.
That's really helpful.
Oh
too. I
God,
agree.
more white man privilege.
Tell me about it. Ugh.
God.
I had to shave my head because I had so
Exhausting.
much going on. It was really
Well, part of the problem or whatever that me and my super plannerness is coming up with is I can come up with a million ideas of what we can do. And if 6 people show up, it's going to be fine. And if it's standing room only because of your social media advertisements, stop doing that. Then it's going to be harder to figure out what to do. I don't think the room is ever going to go dark. So then we'll figure it out. And now
Well,
I'm pulling a
the
Patrick.
flag person should be like at our chapter meetings, the person is in the very front row with the cards, 1 minute, 5 minutes. If you're in the very front row, I don't know how anybody could miss seeing a flag waving in their face.
Well, I don't want to get into Pat Dwyer's observation skills, but we'll figure something out.
I mean, if you could use the flags to land my ass on stage, just fine.
All right.
Wait, Jess, how long? How big is the room? Like, how many seats are in it?
It seats 16,000,
It's 3
but we
stories.
anticipate 6. So we'll get them all spread out. Good.
And they'll all be
You
in the
know,
back, and they'll all be in
Yeah.
the back.
Ideal speaker room.
It'll be like the beginning of traveling when COVID sort of wasn't over yet, and it was one person per round table, 20 feet apart from each other.
A good
I didn't
time.
Otherwise
think-
known as geriatric yoga.
I
Like
didn't think
in-chair
I could
yoga.
hate anything more than virtual, and there's that. Yeah. Okay. Focus. Focus, people. Okay. Teresa Rose, you're gonna do what you're gonna do. Then Rick Lozano, who is not here yet, I don't think. He is doing a guitar thing, Judson. So I'm assuming they're gonna figure it out. Mike's whatever. It may or may not involve you. I don't know. Then bum 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 bum. Tara Brown, you're next. And for those of you who
Hi,
don't know,
everybody. First of all, I
NSA first
apologize.
timer.
Yes, I'm a first timer on a whole bunch of stuff. First of all, I want to apologize because I didn't realize how dark I was going to look. I look like I'm in witness protection. I'm so incredibly sorry. I was so proud of this camera, but now I look really weird. Yes, I am so excited to be amongst you all. I am new to NSA. I just joined in December of last year. I also am a stand-up comic. I am the most recent, and I'm guessing final winner of the late Jeannie Robertson's Comedy with Class humor competition. So I'm super honored to represent her legacy in that way. And you know, I speak on people following their passion and taking a leap. And you know, I started stand-up comedy at 45 years old, and 54 now. So I'm so excited to meet you all and to share a stage with you and just be amongst you. Kay, I would love to pick your brain and just anyone's brain who would let me pick it to, because that's my goal, is to kind of fuse the stand up and the talk. So I'm so honored to be amongst you all, and I'm looking forward to performing with you. And all I need is a handheld mic, so I'm good. I'm easy like Sunday morning.
Yeah. I am envisioning, first off, welcome and congratulations. I'm envisioning Patrick and I will be relatively close to the front, probably because one of us will be using flags and the other person will be holding the mic you're not using. That's my
Okay.
guess.
Okay.
So, we're gonna play that by ear. You know
Okay.
what? As long as you're not Drew Tarvin, you'll figure it out because it'll have occurred prior to you.
Okay.
Right. Super dupes. So then Tara's gonna slay, and then I did another Patrick and Jess banter situation, and then Tom Singer, who is currently gallivanting around Scotland, is gonna be up, and then Sonia, who's actually on the call. Hi Sonia, do you want to introduce yourself and or ask any questions or thoughts?
Yes, hello everybody. I stopped my car so that I can talk to you. Well, yeah, I'm from Germany. I'm this year's Germany's chair for the convention in Germany. So if you want to
Oh,
join
wow.
us in Germany, come over. It's in September. I'm very happy to be there. I'm not doing stand-up comedy. I call it musical comedy because I have 3 music numbers, which I already sent to Judson, and he said, are you aware of the 7 minutes? Yes, my last rehearsal was 6:42. So I have the same problem as Theresa. I hope they don't laugh too much because I don't have time for them to laugh. And yeah, my topic when I'm speaking is about being on business stage, as I'm combining the stage part. I have a musical theater education and I have a business education. So I studied business as well. So I'm combining this and help people with their speeches. So business people. And my question is really, you have parts in between, but within the 7 minutes, is there moderation and presentation? Or do we go on stage one after another? So the last applauses, the person is leaving and we are running on stage.
I don't advise running because I'm a big safety first kind of person. but
Yeah.
Patrick and I will alternate introducing and outroducing. So it's a great question. So when who's before you? So when Tom is done, Tom will hand it back to whoever didn't introduce him. So then let's Patrick introduced him, then Tom will say, oh, I'll give this back to Jess. And then I will outroduce Tom, introduce you. And then when you're
All
done,
right.
give it to Patrick.
Okay, perfect.
That
That
way
was
there's
my
a
only-
little buffer. And if you're really worried, I'm not supposed to say this, but there is a minute between each person. So then that is a funnier chance for more outro intro, or that is time to moo and shame.
All right. And final question, I didn't get the information right about the tables and the people. So how many people are going, or are you expecting to be there? I don't have any idea how many people are coming to the NSA convention. So
Yeah.
I don't have any idea.
Okay, totally valid. And when I say I don't know, like I really don't know, but I think the room is set for like 100 people.
All right.
So then maybe 100, maybe 104, maybe 6.
I mean, we are 30 from Germany, so they all said they want to come. I don't know if they are really coming, but
In the past,
see.
comedy nights have been pretty well attended. So my guess is we will have 100 to 150, somewhere in that range.
yeah, very nice.
Some will come later, like some will forget about it and then show up at, halfway through. Some may leave and things like that. And also, don't be surprised if people are annoyingly talking too.
Yeah.
Like as far as,
Right.
oh my God, they see somebody comes in and they haven't seen them and then they stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Not hecklers, but just, speakers who can't not talk to each other for 2 minutes.
That is a very good point. And I would also say that even if your set doesn't land well, this is the most gracious audience you will ever have. Unless you speak to like a box of puppies, maybe they're gonna love it. It's gonna be great. You're gonna get great like feel good mojos, whatever. But it's usually a large breakout room, is so not even necessarily like the quarter of a ballroom, right? So it's usually a large breakout room space. And sometimes like the year that Judson headed it up when it was the idioms, that was funny. And it was standing room only and got fuller and fuller and fuller because people were like, holy shit, this is really funny. I think it is amazing that, I don't know if you're picking up on this, but the lineup are people who actually do comedy. Like some years it has been like, sure. And that should not have happened. Right. But this is actually a really, really professional lineup. So it is possible that it will grow through the evening. It is also destination wise. I don't know if you've been following flights, but there are some people who may get flights canceled. They may get flights early. There may be people coming in early so that their flights don't get canceled. So this is kind of the entertainment the night before the afternoon when things start. Is that helpful?
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, that's very helpful. And I'm very much looking forward to meeting you all. And I'm very happy to be part of this night. So thank you for having me.
I can't believe you said yes. Yeah, I'm so excited. And I should mention, Pat and I get to the Rosen Shingle as early as we want to on Friday, based on when we wake up after going to Disney all day long, if I don't kill him. So then if you have questions specifically about the room or something, we will be on site and can answer those things. I'm so anal that I'll probably break into the room and take a picture and then text it to everyone so that you can go, oh, okay, got it. If that's helpful.
Can you post that day on social and tag us so that we can tag on it and maybe get last minute people interested in it, like taking the picture of the open room and tagging all those who are performing?
I can attempt to do that. I don't
Okay.
know if you understand how not social media savvy I am, but that might make it funny too.
Yeah, I mean, whatever works. And I'm around on Friday too. I just think if we could take that last day and all combine, kind of go, yay, we're excited about tonight, we could get some additional butts in
Okay.
seats.
Well, careful what you ask for. More people talking.
That's okay.
All right. So we have now built up enough suspense. Good job, everyone. June Klein is on the call, and welcome. Do you want to introduce yourself? Have any questions or thoughts?
I will, and I do. I'm June Klein, and I've been around. I'm seasoned. I'm seasoned like a rare steak. So it's going to be interesting. I'm playing 5 minutes because it'll take me the other 2 to remember what the kale it is I said I was going to say. So I feel good about it all, except I do want to know the wall color. So that picture would be helpful way before that Friday, but that's okay. So blending in, it is going to be videoed, I understand, yes?
Oh, I don't think it's gonna be videoed unless you're bringing something.
Not
And I would go
professionally.
with yellowy beige as if it was a smoking lounge at some point.
Okay, all right. And
And there's no, just to be clear, there's no lights, there's no curtain. I don't even think there's pipe and drape. There might be a riser.
wow. Okay, so this is going back to the really older days when I was there. That's really cool. So there is free admission to this, right? If you've signed up for the conference, you enter. Yes. And then so no lights, camera, no teleprompter.
Oh, yeah, no. So there is a screen with my silly PowerPoint on it that I made, which if you question my social media skills, wait till you see my PowerPoint skills.
Well, it is fun. It's exciting. And like everybody's saying, my God, the last times I've been there, it was a room for 100 and 300 try to get in. So it's going to be packed. That's the most disruptive part for me is people coming and going and the hay and all that stuff. And you're trying to do your thing. So just a heads up, it can be really chaotic.
Yeah.
And fun.
Judson, were you going to add something?
I was just gonna say that it's pretty sure it's gonna be beige, like you said, yellowish beige.
Perfect.
And
Thank
I've never seen anything, a riser is all I've ever seen at the comedy nights. Is there
Right.
usually at least enough to give us sometimes one riser, sometimes two, sometimes 40. So it really is just complete hit or miss.
It could be
We
the
are the
emergency exit
afterthought.
behind too.
Yep, had that before.
I'm gonna go on a limb that these are not gonna be like website topper photos. But it's gonna be fun. So great,
Yes, I'm sorry, I
Alright.
forgot to ask a question.
go for it.
On the slide that you have of us, is it gonna have any way for people to be able to follow us? media?
If you want to email me something, I can stick it on
Okay.
there. I also
Okay.
have to remember what I saved the PowerPoint deck as.
Okay, okay.
It's
Thank you.
probably in a folder. I don't currently have contact information or anything on any of them. It's just the picture that you submitted and I think your name. I think
Okay.
that's it. That's all I did.
Okay, thank you.
If you want something else though, let me know. And then if everybody
No, I don't want to make
wants to
this work.
send me whatever, a handle or something, I can stick it on everybody's thing.
Okay,
So,
thank you.
yeah, absolutely.
I want to say to Tara, I would like to chat with you because I'm doing a little Genie bit as well. I don't know if you're going in that direction, but it'd be nice if we coordinate and see who's doing what.
Hey, I'm not, but yes, I
Oh.
would be open to a conversation. Yeah, I'm probably just gonna do a straight set, but
Okay.
I'm still open to a chat for sure.
I'd love it. Thanks.
Sure. And speaking of June, when you're done, Judson is after you. And I didn't know Judson and June, if y'all were able to talk, but if you wanted to do a call back to June, Judson, I told you about the balloon.
Correct.
I don't
June,
know.
are you
And
still
I'll be at Disney,
doing
so
that
I'm happy to
story?
get a balloon if you want June to have that kind of happening as Judson comes up. Go Judson.
Are you referring to my balloon, Jeannie's balloon? Because I'm not doing that now.
Oh, great. Well, then I will not buy
No
a
worries.
house balloon.
It's too long. It's just,
Okay.
I can't, so there you go.
Well, look at
But-
that. We're not
Jane-
doing it. If you have no idea what we're talking about, it never happened. Good job. Hey, Judson, you're up next.
My name is Judson, and I will be running all of the sound. So for those of you that do have sound or anything along those lines, let me know. We don't know where the sound is going to be compared to the stage. We'll deal with it all on site, but I'll have a folder on my phone with everything set ready to go. So Sonia, you and I may, I'll have your prompts, but you still may need to, tell me, hit the next one or play the next song, Judson, or something along those lines if I don't get the exact prompt.
Yeah, I'm going to do that, no problem. Or I give you a sign wherever you are. I mean, I see you before I start. So yeah, we are going to figure it out.
Yeah, it'll
No
be all
problem
good.
at
It'll be
all.
all good.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm a speaker
Thank
as
you.
well for last 23 years plus. And then comedy was I studied emotional intelligence in graduate school and found that, any emotion is positive when it comes to increasing retention. And I, knock on wood, luckily, am a white male, cisgendered, pretty average, born with all the privilege in the world. So I don't have a sad story. So I went with the funny stories and then just use comedy as a tool.
Excellent.
And the nice thing is you get to tell the jokes that you can't normally tell on stage when you're speaking to a corporate audience. Mine will be probably the most off-color one of the evening. The level of off-colorness will depend on everyone else's as we go through the evening. So
I don't know
it'll be a
that I would,
sliding scale.
I don't know that I would put that on you, Judson. I mean, not to like do a challenge off or nothing, but
That's the
Um,
fun part about it is nobody expects it coming out of my mouth.
that's true. That's true. All right. Then Teresa, not the one Teresa on the call, but the other Teresa is begrudgingly, I asked her if she would close the show and she was like, you owe me one. She is like for real stand-up, does this all the time, has done it for decades, etc., and said she would close and she's fine with it. I'm kind of joking, but kind of not. So she was closing, and then Patrick Henry had somebody from last year who wasn't able to attend, and so we added one more person in because why not fuck with my spreadsheet, Patrick Henry. So Richard Fabosi, who's not on this call, he'll probably be on the next one. He is going to do audience interaction sing-along thing to Judson. What did he pick? Amore, and then
That's
Celebration.
Amore and Celebration.
Excellent. So that's the end of the show. And then Patrick and I will close, or that it will be the obvious close. That is optional. And then hopefully we'll be out of the room before 9:30 so that we don't get in trouble with NSA. Dun, 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 dun.
Voila.
Thoughts, comments, anything I can help with?
I look forward to meeting all of you.
Oh, Tara, also because it's your first NSA thing, I usually tell people when it's their first time 2 things. Number 1, every single person you meet is someone you are going to want to talk to, or they're going to want to talk to you, and leave your credit card in your room.
Noted.
Ah,
There's
Yes.
nothing that you need to buy except for maybe food and coffee in the moment.
Okay.
And anything that is available to purchase will be available to purchase at any point in time.
Thank you
The
so much. Thank you,
speed-
Bryce.
The speed at which somebody inside of a conversation offers you to purchase a program or coaching or anything like that, the faster they do that, the higher percentages that you want to run away.
Agreed.
I think
So
I,
if
Is
it's
it
in a-
really like that? Is it really
If-
like that? at
It's
It
the
does-
not.
convention?
It's very rare, but unfortunately, if you happen to be a first timer and that's one of your initial interactions, it can kind of, it's like everything. When your first experience, it creates an expectation for the rest of the time.
yeah.
And we have in the past have had people say, I was really looking forward to NSA. And within the first hour, 3 people tried to get me to sign up for their coaching program.
Oh, wow.
And it just happened to be a randomization of chaos that happened. Like, that's not normal, but it does happen sometimes. So if you
Well,
happen to
I
get in
can-
that situation.
I went to Thrive in March, and
Oh, nice.
I ended up buying a pair of European heels because I got so excited, and I've not worn them since. So if that's any indication, I get it.
Yeah,
So no more
the-
European.
And
Sorry.
Tara,
Uh-huh.
one thing I will say, and it got sounding like we're piling on NSA, but I think there's a tendency to assume when someone's a first timer that they were just born like the day before. And I've stalked you a little. You have mad chops. I mean, she's been on Dry Bar Comedy, and again won the Genie. I mean, she's been doing this. That's a long time in stand-up years, and
Thank
you have as much to offer anybody else. Believe me, is a lot. You're probably at that point where you want to combine the stand-up with the speaking. Now that's a
exactly
whole
right.
different skill set to learn, but
Yes.
yeah, you just take it with a grain of salt, let it wash over you, enjoy it, take what you
Yeah.
need, leave the rest. That's always my philosophy.
Thank you. Thank you all so much.
100% agree. And the Heels people will be in Orlando, and they are already emailing us.
I'm so
So
beelining because I look at those shoes and I was like, what was I thinking? I barely even wear heels. But I got caught up. I got caught up
But
in
next time you do, they will be very nice, right?
I'm
yeah,
sure.
and you can wear them all day. They're they're really a great product. So who
So I've
knew?
heard.
All right. Oddly, this hour-long call is exactly 30 minutes long. We did the only thing we didn't talk about is, and I know there's jokes in the chat because Pat doesn't know how to not joke. So there will be only green M&Ms available. That's a given. that is because there is not a green room. I'm really hoping to manage expectations about the space that I haven't seen, but the green room would be you wearing green in the audience with everybody else. And so part of the run of show and doing this is I'd like for you to know not just who's in front of you, but like who's two people in front of you. I would like to be able, like, I have so many like actual real people friends on this call right now that they're going to call me out on this. I would like to enjoy the show on Friday, but I'm going to be like a maniac, like lining you all up and like waving flags around and doing the PowerPoint and stuff. So if the more you can be like on it, and all you have to know is who is two people ahead of you. And based on the minutes, when are you supposed to shut the hell up? If you start late, please still shut the hell up at the time you're supposed to shut the hell up. Because then if everybody does that, we're not going to leave. And then Candace is going to yell at us because we're still in the room.
Jess, what time do you want us to meet in the room on that day, on that Friday?
Again, I think we're going to have access to the room at 5.
Okay.
Some folks really want to like sit in the room and vibe with the smoking color. You do whatever you need to do. As soon as the doors open, I will be in the room.
Okay.
And then if you have questions or something, let me know. I also have met enough speakers to know that y'all are all chill and cool and a cucumber. And then as it's like 45 minutes beforehand, you become like little Tasmanian devils of like, what? So like, I'll be there to like answer whatever questions. And the answer is, yeah, we don't have that. That's going to be pretty much. So,
A
yep.
question.
June.
Did I hear you say there's no green room, so you want us to wear green?
I was joking.
Oh,
Making
God. Because I got a great green blouse, so I can
Yep.
be there for you if
are-
that's.
If you would like to wear a green blouse, then I will say sitting near you is the green room. Perfect.
During the virtual year, you know, you couldn't wear any green, and I have these green clothes. It's like all I wear now because I can, you know.
Oh, that's funny.
And not look
Um,
naked.
Teresa,
a-
I see your hand. One other thing I was going to say, because a couple people have emailed me, you are welcome to email me any changes you want to or anything. I will be doing nothing with that information, but you are welcome to email it to me. I printed out the intros before I went on vacation on fancy cardstock and phonetically spelled your names and wrote whether you're an MP3 or a guitar on these things. And I'm not touching them again. So you're welcome to email anything you want to. I don't care. I actually questioned contact information on the PowerPointy slides, and I didn't have it for everyone, so I just didn't use it for anyone. But if you really want it, I can, once I find the file. Please remember, I just got back from vacation, so I'm talking English and typing and sitting in a chair. Very exciting. But if you email that to me like immediately, then I'll stick it on your PowerPoint slide. But otherwise, I would like to pack and go to the conference, and this is all volunteer for all of us anyway, so don't make me work too hard. I already have to keep Patrick in the room. So Teresa Rose, you have your
Yeah, a couple questions. So do you want us to generally be at the front? Like, are we going to have like the first row for all the performers?
I don't care, because I assume some of y'all gonna want to sit with your friends and do whatever. And if you've already gone, you can go do anything. I
Okay.
do ask, now this is old school stand-up comedy. I ask if you've already gone that you stay in the room.
Okay,
Like
but
if
we
you,
could be in the back. So
you
we
can be anywhere you want to, but I ask you to commit to as much of the show as possible. You are welcome to go to the bathroom. Drew Tarvin is going first because he wants to put his daughter to bed. Dumb. But then he's gonna come back to the show, right?
selfish asshole.
Right.
don't
I
think
know.
I don't think we'd want to be in the front because there'd be too much coming and going. You know what I mean? It'd be distracting to the audience.
But if
think
we
we
stay
definitely
in the
wanna be
front, if we
back.
stay near the front prior to our set, if we stay near the front prior to our set, when we're done with our set, we can walk in the back and stay in the room.
Sure.
Right? We're not being disruptive. Does anybody have a tripod they're going to bring? Small little tripod that they're going to bring, and then we can maybe collectivize the video. We can give the phone if we want to have any video. Is anybody bringing one?
I have one I can pack.
The little, you know what I mean, Tara, a little.
Yeah, I
one.
actually have one that goes as high as like 67 inches. It kind of is small. I'll pack mine.
Okay,
We're
that's
getting into
awesome.
that
Thanks,
piece.
Tara. And
Sure.
the last question I had was, who's before Pat?
Before Pat is Stefan from France, and then Patrick and I banter, and then it goes to Pat.
Okay, and Stefan from France. I'm looking forward to seeing what he's doing. And oh gosh, there was another one, and now I just had another senior moment.
It's okay.
Sorry.
Can
Hey,
I say
Teresa,
one?
why you think about that? I want to kind of piggyback onto what Kay is saying, and I think I understand it. If we're all sitting in the front, but then let's say when we go and then we sit in the back, you're going to have a seat empty in the front,
Oh,
first of all, which we probably don't want. So maybe when we look at the room and we see maybe it's more off to the side, but near the front, but
Mhm.
not necessarily the front row.
mhm.
I what I was gonna say is that when I get there, I will
Mhm.
figure out, like, is the room long and skinny or is it short
Yeah.
and wide? Like, I'll figure out those kind of things. Again, because I don't know anything, it's gonna be fine. What I have seen done is like 2 chairs against the wall at the front. And then that's what changes, because that's, you know, who's up, who's on deck, who's in the wing. Welcome to high school.
Just like a
And
strip
then-
club. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage, Jess Pettit. On deck, Patrick Henry.
Is that just like a strip club? I don't want to.
Yeah. I
Yes,
also
they
grew
announce,
up-
they let the dancers know who's going up on stage, and then they like the next two
Yeah.
who are in a row.
Genuinely don't know that information. That's
just to be possibly more oddly weird, is I grew up with professional power lifters, and so I worked powerlifting meets, so that's also where on deck in the wing, and 2 in a row, that's my anxiety level. So if one of those chairs is empty, then I'm going to freak out and hunt your ass down. But if both of those chairs are full, I don't care. Sounds great. That is probably what we will do. I also think, Teresa and Tara, to your point, and Kay, I guess to your point too, I don't know if you've met this group, but it doesn't matter what I tell you to do. Some of you ain't going to do it. So we're just going to work with whatever we're going to work with. But if those 2 chairs are full and in order, I can like a little.
And there's the chapter leadership meeting until 6:30. And so if there's just, you know, if it starts at 7 and we're not there at 7, doesn't mean we're not going to be there by the time our set is, just. so
Right. And it's the past president's dinner, the $1 Million Speakers Group dinner. There's
Oh,
a
hell,
band-
I can't come.
I know.
Daggone it. Didn't tell
Sorry,
me the $1
Kay.
million speakers was the same time.
So people will be coming and going, flights will be coming and going, people will be eating dinner. It's also important to mention that 7 to 9:30-ish time zone wise is most of the United States dinner time.
Mm.
So who knows?
Teresa, if you do come late, let's make sure we connect so I can give you the tripod.
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. Thank
Tara,
you.
if you're there, you can just set it up and then people
Okay.
can.
I like you, Jess, am technologically challenged,
Oh,
so,
that's what Judson's for.
okay,
Yep,
so I'll bring
that's what
it,
I'm here for.
and whoever wants to use it, pop your cell phone in and do your thing.
Pop yourself in and do your thing. Okay, so for final review, oh, June has something. Yes, go ahead.
One thing is Patrick, I thought that we were gonna have, Chuck was gonna be recording. So that's what I thought, but I
I
may be
heard
wrong.
that too. I
Can
actually
you-
heard that too.
Can you let us know email wise or whatever?
Sure. I have not heard anything about it, and maybe he's surprising me. Who knows?
Sorry.
No, it's okay. I'll figure it out. Okay, sure. I will ask him. I'm gonna email him right now. So what I was gonna say as the follow-up is the answer very well to whatever your question is. I don't know. No, probably not. Can't know. Won't know till Friday. I don't know. We'll figure it out. No, or sure. And then I do nothing with it. Is that a good operational expectation?
I love you.
I like to manage expectations. So I will send an email to Chuck. Again, it is not my understanding that anybody formally is recording anything. And I don't know if maybe he was going to, and then now that's not allowed because
If-
there's not outside members coming in. I don't know. I'll ask. If you hear from me, it'll be a different answer than no, I don't know. We'll know on Friday. Then I'll let you know. Make sense?
Perfect.
Cat
Okay.
Dwyer.
If we're gonna talk about dinner, I'm gonna be standing in the back drinking most of the time, and y'all 2 seats aside, y'all can join me whenever you want. That's my plan for the
Are
whole
you
night. I'm not
bringing your
gonna
own
boo.
alcohol?
Maybe, I don't know. It depends on what is required.
I love it here.
Fireball shots? Is that what you're gonna be doing?
Oh no, I'm not a tween. What are you talking about?
They sell more Fireball than anything else in the country. And
I'm
the
sure
vast
they
majority
do.
of it are older people.
Yeah, I was at a wedding a couple pre-COVID summer, and the entire wedding party, including my husband, were in the women's bathroom doing fireball shots.
Women's?
Mhm.
Okay.
I mean, that's a good wedding right there.
When it's a lesbian wedding and there's only one man, the party is in the women's bathroom. Okay, I don't have anything else, I don't think. The access to the Google Doc should answer everything. June?
Is there, did somebody say there's a chat or is there something going on online? I don't know about.
Not
I
my
was in the
knowledge.
chat for the Zoom. That was the Zoom chat. That Pat was making jokes inside the Zoom chat.
On this call. He's been making,
I'm just trying to keep up.
that's okay. On this
just have
Zoom
no
in the
social
chat
media.
during this call, Pat has been making pretty juvenile jokes. You haven't really missed much.
Welcome to my life.
What time is Disney on Friday?
I am
It's
totally
not on
on.
Friday. We're going on Thursday.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's really a pity. But I'm
Yeah.
just landing Thursday night, so no time for Disney.
We'll have to bring you some like melted Mickey ice cream bars or something.
Yeah, Disney in July is
Oh,
not something
yeah.
you really want to
mean,
experience.
Oh,
gonna be
okay.
Yeah,
Good to know.
We'll reenact it
Right.
for you. We'll just have everyone screaming and pour water all over you. It's like you're sweating, and that'll be it. You can stand in line
Alright.
for 3 hours.
Waiting to get on stage for this presentation.
Yep. And then you hand me $500 at the same time. That'll be just like going to Disney.
I'm
all
gonna say
right.
this, based on what we've experienced, 500 is low.
Yeah.
Okay, anyways.
All right. Sonia's probably got to get driving. If you have any other thoughts or comments, please let me know and I will respond likely with one of the answers I have already shared, but maybe, just maybe, it's not. I do want to give you my cell phone number just in case. You probably already have it and it's in the signature of my email, but that would mean that you read it, saved it, thought about it, all that stuff. So my cell phone is 917-543-0966 0966. And Sonia, I learned how to use WhatsApp better while I was on vacation, so you can WhatsApp me if you need to.
Very good. Thank you.
Okay. We
Do
will
we,
do
do we have
this.
to send pictures of more dinosaurs? Because I know a lot.
I know. You know what, y'all? I'm telling you, you may think I'm being really obnoxious as bad cop, but Patrick as bad cop is like kind of scary. I actually am not that scary, but every single one of you sent a dinosaur back.
Yeah, very good.
It's the reverse psychology of none of you are going to do this. I also used to teach high school. And so my week was filled with dinosaurs. It was fantastic. Thank you very much.
Oh, well. Bye-bye.
Okay, cool.
Thank you. Looking forward
Thanks.
to seeing you all.
much. Look forward
Safe
to
travels,
meeting you all.
everyone. We'll see you in
Bye-bye.
Thank you
Orlando.
very much.
Safe
Yeah.
travels, everyone.
Anything
Bye-bye.
sound MP3s, Judson's in charge.
Yep.
Okay, thanks.
Bye.
Thanks,
Thank
everybody.
you.
See you next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Catch
Wait
you
to
next
see you.
week. Bye-bye.
Bye. Take care.